Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap pre-market trade plan setup for Wednesday, August the 19th. Is it the 19th or is it the 20th today? Holy cow. Yes, it is 19th. My name is Doug McKay, and I'm confused. I am the founder and head moderator for Quantum Leap. If you're interested in more information about what we do in this room, please contact me at quantumleaptrading@gmail.com or give me a call on my cell, 647-545-8065. Before we go on, let me just get the disclaimer out of the way. This information is for the purpose of educating members who want to expand the knowledge of the business of trading. Is not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions you make. Trading futures or any instrument involves risk loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to financial situation. Only risk capital should be used when trading futures or options. Investors could lose more than initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any trades that you see in here are for education purposes only. Please trade your own trade plan and use your own risk metrics. Okay, so it is a Fed day. So we have Fed coming up at 2 o'clock. We did have CPI and core CPI come out just about 15 minutes ago. They both missed, but very slightly. So no big move off of the news there. But the big one is going to be the FOMC, and of course we've got crude at 10:30 as well. Okay, so each morning I like to start with basics, as you know, and I'm going to just veer slightly because I wanted to talk about this because I mentioned it last night. Yesterday's volume shifted two key levels from 87.50 up to 93.50. We have the composite VPOC. Sorry, and I am sick, so you have to bear with me, please. We have the composite VPOC that goes back to the beginning of 2013, shifted from 87.50 up to 93.50, and then we also had the February 5th through till now microcomposite, the one that we've been watching, the one that we're trading inside of balance right now. It shifted up to 93.50, and then also we've got the July 22nd till now is shifted up to 97, and then the July 1st one's up there as well. So value is above us. Now, last night when I posted this in the room, we were trading right in around this area, and I was saying we should be looking for a run to 21, but we stalled out at 2098, and then we fell back, and I was kind of confused about that until I started doing my homework this morning, and then you can see that what we did, and I'm going to go back, bring this down, is we had left a whole bunch of naked crosses below us. And what we've done is we've come back and taken out those naked crosses. There's the one right there on the 30-minute. That was at 87.25. We had this one right here. That was at 84.75. We had this one right here that we had at 88.25. Now we have another one that's still below us. Where is it? Is it on the 30-minute? I think it's on the 30-minute. Something's wrong with my 30-minute chart for some reason. Well, let me go back. I got something going on with my data. I know there's been some problems with some data, and this is just my paper Thinkorswim account that I use for these studies. There's one still down. What time is it? It's on the 1 hour, and it's at 2065.50. Let me see if I can Yeah, here it is right here. This one right here at 65.50. I don't know if we're going to come down and hit it today. I think we've got the possibility. We're going to be opening up outside of below range and below value this morning. And our overnight low is down here at that 84 level. So I think there's a possibility that they go down and do a stop run for the overnight lows this morning. So we have to be careful to watch for initiative sellers stepping in on the open and taking us down to test some of these lowers and run some stops. So that's one of the things I'm going to be watching for on the open. Now, in the longer term sense, we've left value above us. So I am expecting to return back up into this 93, 97 area again. We'll be watching this morning to see whether these, I mean, there's not a lot of difference between the volume between these two levels. So I'm watching to see if we get a shift of the microcomposite VPOC and composite VPOC back down to 87. You can see in overnight trading on the Globex, if I bring Globex volume in, our composite VPOC going back to the beginning of 2013 is still down here at 87.50. It never shifted up. So kind of need to watch early this morning. I think we're going to get a little bit of an early move, and then we're going to tighten up, and we're going to wait and see what the Fed minutes look like at 2 o'clock. So I think it's going to be one good, maybe 1 or 2 good trades in the beginning of the session, and then we'll kind of get horizontal and go horizontal into the FOMC minutes. Hopefully I can I mean, I've been struggling with my first trade, you guys. I mean, it seems like I got to dig myself into a hole first before I can start trading well lately. It's just in the last 2 weeks, those first trades have been brutal for me. But that's what the market does to you. And I've been looking at some new things and trying to incorporate them, and sometimes that's going to cause you a little bit of grief. But we want to keep moving forward. We want to keep learning. So I'm dedicated to incorporating those new things into my trading. So let's go and just start with our regular routine as always, and get our homework done. All right. Trends. Okay, very strong on the monthly. Good slope, good separation. Trend is intact on the monthly. On the weekly, we've got consolidation. We've got this possible head and shoulder pattern setting up. No trend, basically. It very much, you can draw a symmetrical triangle on here as well on the weekly. In fact, let's do that and see what it looks like for breaks. So for break today, you'd be looking down at the 2040, the 2050 area. And you know what number I'm looking at. I'm looking at that 2059. But gives you a sense of the fact that we are still not in a downward trend yet on a weekly, just more consolidation. Going down to the daily, same thing. You can draw a symmetrical triangle on this one as well. No apparent trend. We're just trading in this tight range. Remember that the month open is above us at 2098.75, and our week open is above us right now at 2089.50. So we're in a bearish week and a bearish month right now until we get above those 2 key levels. Going to the intraday to see if we got any trends coming into the session. We're getting consolidation here. Again, we are trading below the 9 and the 20. We've rejected the 9 and the 20 from below and bounced back down. And but we are getting an MA hug, so see if we get a cross or not. But no real trend, but possibility of a start of a downward trend. Completely different on the 30-minute though. We do have a trend on the 30-minute. We're trading below the 9 and the 20. They've been rejecting the 20 in the last few 30-minute periods. We do have a naked cross right here at 93.50. So there's that 93.50 above us as a naked cross, and that'd be a good target. Key level above us right now is going to be that 89.50. Just go down. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute, same thing. We've got a downward trend, but we're losing separation. We've got slope, but we're losing separation. So, you know, and they keep rejecting the close above the 9 and the 20. So the trend is still down on the 15-minute as well. And then going down to the 5-minute, same thing. We've got this downward trend, and they're fighting to get back above the 9 and the 20, but they're failing to do so. We got one close above the 20 here off of the news, and then we continued back down on the 5 minutes. So things are looking a little bit weak right now. And again, we have to watch for the possibility of initiative sellers stepping in and taking us down and taking out that overnight low and running some stops below that 84. And I'd be looking for possibility of a move back down into the 79 80 area, and I'll show you why on the composite if we do not hold the overnight low. But let's move our numbers over. We've got basically 2098 as our overnight high, and our overnight low is currently at 84. We do have time to come down and make a new overnight low. Our VPOC, overnight Globex VPOC is 89. Yes, 89. And there's no real, we got a pretty, a B-shaped profile with a pretty, good distribution curve, bell curve here in around that VPOC. If you're looking at an LVN, I'd be looking at 92.75, and that's sitting right here just on top of the value area low from yesterday at 92.50. So we're going to be using that level anyway to trade this morning. All right, so let's move this. Bring this. Now, if we look at the price acceptance that we had down here, and I just want to make sure that all my days are incorporated. Delete. All right, so all my days are incorporated. So the micro composite VPOC for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days is still down here at 79.50. So if we break that overnight low at 84, I'd look to see if they bounce off this 83.50. I wouldn't get short until you were below 83.50, and then I'd be targeting 81.25 and the 79.50 area. And the key line in the sand below us right now is going to be the 73.50 microcomposite value area low that goes back to this whole balance area, back to the July 22nd area. And I'd be looking to get below the 74.25 and break below the value area low for a move back down into the, the two lower distributions in this triple distribution area, 75, 50, 71, and 66, 75. And of course, the big number is still down here at this 59, because that puts you below the longer term microcomposite at 60.50, and back into price discovery lower for a move down to test some of these lower levels, with the big target being down here at the 2011.50. But we are trading in this balance around 87.50. We could just chop around here coming into the Fed news and then make the move. So I think it's going to be some tough trading today. How am I going to look to trade it? Well, I'm going to be using this 89.50 again. And I really have to incorporate the low at 90.25 range low. So I'm going to just move this up so it incorporates the 90.25. I want to wait to get long above 90.25, and I want to wait to short off of it at 89.50 and make sure I'm below that. And then my main target below is going to, below range, if it happens, is going to be down here where 87.50. And then in terms of the low side, there's really nothing for me to lean against until I get down to this 83.50. So that's what's going to make it tough this morning, because if I want to get short into that overnight low, I need some type of a setup, or I need to lean against this this rejection of the range low. So I'm going to be watching for initiative sellers to step in. I'm going to be very patient this morning. I'm not going to jump into a trade, but I just can't short right down here in the 85, 86 level, because I'm right in balance around that 87, and I've got nothing to lean against until I go all the way up here to the 90.25. So that's a little bit too much risk for me to put on the table. So if the 96% probability is to take out the overnight low, I really can't take that trade unless I see something else that could trigger a trade for me, and we'll have to wait and see. But if we break 83.50, my target is, I will get short into the 81.50, with my secondary target down here at that 79.50 area. And then there's really not anything down there. You've got the 75, but then again, I got to wait until that 74.25 CLVN and that 73. So I'm going to bring this down to incorporate the 73.50 as well, because I don't want to do any add-ons until I get below that 73.50 value area low, and microcomposite value area low, I should say, into the 71, and then a little bit of support coming in at 70. But I'd be looking, if we get back down in this area, I'd be really looking to come down and test these lower levels, possibly even as low as that 62.25 again, back down here to this former microcomposite. And then anything below the 59, then I'm just going to become very bearish and a move down into the 50.50 level. We've got a naked VPOC at 51.75. We've got the July FOMC number down there at 51. A little bit of support at 49, and then all those numbers below us: 45, 40, 37.75. All the same numbers we've been looking at time in and time again. Okay, above us, if we get above the 89.50 and above 90.25, then we're inside a range but outside of value. I'd be looking to come up here and test this this 92.50, and then inside of value, then I think you got a nice trade into the 93.50. But look for continuation to take out. You get the naked close at 93.25. So let's just bring this down to 93.25. and then would look for continuation up to 94. The midpoint half back on this move yesterday is 95 and a quarter. That'll be a secondary target or triple target because you've got, this is your main target, secondary target, third target. And then there's really nothing, there's the 94.75 that you could use for an add-on, but I don't like it because of the fact it's right at the VPOC here. So once we get back into this balance area, we could just chop around here coming into the Fed. So I would really, wait and take the trade to the upside if we get above the 97 to take out the 98 area. Above 97, look for 98 overnight high, and then of course we've got our next trade area, which is going to be right here at the 2100, and then above 2100, all the same targets that we've seen before, 2101.75, and then the 2103.75. Remember that was the overnight high the other day. It's also the CHVN, and then the big there's a 2105.50, and then the big one is still going to be this 2107. And anything above 2107, I'd really start thinking that we're going to go up and see that 2112 area, accept value up there, and then go and start testing these highs. Taking a quick look at gold. Gold is still in this balance area, but we came up overnight and tested the 2430 area, and I'm still looking for gold to go higher. I'm thinking I'm going to try to do an add-on if we get above this 2250 to test the overnight high on gold. And then 2660 is the range high that we're of the balance that we're in right now. And if we get above there, resistance at 29 and a quarter, but my main target above is this 3640 with possible continuation, and the big target still up at the 54. If we get below the 1290, I'd really wait and look to see if we break below the value area, and then I'd be looking for a move back down to this 1107, but you could use the low from yesterday as well at 1108.60. And then possibly if we get outside of value, I think we could come down and test the value area high from the balance area that we broke out of, and the CLVN and the 1100 number. And then if we get below 1100, I think gold's going to puke, and we're going to get a move down into 91, possibly come down and test these lower levels here. So that's what I'm looking at. I am going to trade this morning, but I'm going to be very tight and light just because I'm still not feeling well. But I got to make some money this week. So I'm, I've had what did we do? We did 3.5 points yesterday, and I didn't take any. Well, I took one trade. I shouldn't say that, but it wasn't official on Monday. So I mean, I gotta make a living here. So that's what I'm looking at, and as always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.